Peace unto you. Welcome to today's sacred service. This will be another Secrets of the Soul for those who are new. Peace unto you. My name is Nadiie Black. I am Sikh. That means Blackfoot in English. We are a medicine man, and we are the youngest or one of the youngest medicine men to be initiated. We were initiated in the astral realms. By the age of 7, we've been astral projecting since we were 7, and then consciously did it by the help of a person named Ryan Cropper at the age of 13. I watched one of his videos. You can look him up on YouTube. Ryan Cropper is one of his most viral videos, almost 1 million views. I just listened to that video, and because I was already astral projecting since 7, there was just no technical terms in my mind. So when he said, just do this and adjust this, I did it, and it worked. Same day, same night. And from that, the more I did it, because I was doing it every single day up to that point, I got in contact with the elders, started speaking the language, and here we are on our purpose. This is a Secrets of the Soul. So essentially what a Secrets of the Soul is we pop in, we give you some information, truth nuggets that has been guided. And from that, depending on what the people see as serving, we will continue long or short form. You know, we typically try to hold it to like 30 minutes, but sometimes we go longer. It's like an hour. How do you spell it? How do you spell what in specific? Ryan Cropper, Sikh, my name, which one? But yes, we're very grateful. Today is, you just said yes to which one specific? All of them? I could just do all of them because you said yes. Ryan. Oh, yes, so perfect. The Ryan, that's how you spell the Ryan part. And Cropper is Cropper. Look him up on YouTube. Yes, I watched this video and I did it. That doesn't mean that you're going to do it on the first night. I only did it on the first night because I've been doing it since I was 7. There was just no technical terms for these things. Now, today is the Secrets of Evolution. So today's Secrets of the Soul is about the secrets of evolution. My voice sounds a little different. Understand that we're detoxing. As A.K.A says, detoxing is very, very important. It means your body is doing what it's supposed to do. Your body is in perfect alignment. The issue, if you're going through any detox symptoms or sicknesses, as allopathic community or doctors or whatever you want to call them say, is essentially if the detox symptoms were kept inside and you aren't able to see them in an exterior sense, that's an issue. You want to be able to cough up mucus. You want to be able to see dandruff. You want to be able to have your sweat glands and everything smell different. You know, that's how you know your body is healing itself. And when you live a life of love, loving your body, not putting things inside of it that doesn't serve, these things go fast. I'm not even feeling a little mucus in my body because of like food or anything I put in my body. There's like specific essential oils that I didn't even know my body just rejects. My body rejects specific essential oils. And I had like this case of them, like 7. I went through all of them, no issue, except for like these last 2. Because I have a dog, so I have a husky. And, because I'm not on green screen, I can finally show y'all my dog. Oh, wow, this is crazy. I just seen that. Come here, buddy. So this is my husky. This is the person, the being that always screams when he has to go outside, and I get up and go outside in my lives. Remember, if you miss any of our lives, click the link in our bio, click Nadiie Black's guidance, and it will take you to our YouTube page where all of these lives are posted for free. We are going live in the mystery school, so click the link in the bio and join the mystery school. And make sure you DM me 33, and I will give you our free 3-day course. It's very important for you to finish the 3-day course before you start diving deep into mystery school. But yes, this is our little buddy that'll be howling. But now we're not on the green screen because we got the background, everything good. You were preparing for the mystery school. For everybody that is already in the mystery school, make sure you download the Patreon app and understand that information is in the community chat. So, all right, he has no interest in y'all whatsoever. Okay, but yeah, I just wanted to show y'all that. But to continue, today's service is about the secrets of evolution. We're getting straight to it, y'all. So, before we begin, I introduce myself, Nadiie, Black, Nadie. I would like to know who you all are. A very, very good way to explain someone to another or yourself to another is your birthday. So type your birthday in the chat. Everybody, type your birthdays in the chat. This is one way we can get past just the titles, because your name doesn't really hold any weight in the realms of spirit. We need to see the frequency beyond things. So what's your birthday? Because your birthday tells us the frequency that you chose to incarnate in. Your birthday is very, very important. Like, for example, my birthday is 010101. When you hear that, you will say, it makes sense that that person is a spiritual leader. It makes sense. It's the frequency behind these things. So we have peace to the planet 04/29/1998. Peace unto you, God's child. We have the emojis. We got the palm tree emoji. She or he 4/27/06. Peace unto you, God's child. We have Tony. Peace unto you, Tony. Welcome back. Tony H2O, November 20th. Peace unto you, God's child. We're very grateful for all of those on YouTube as well, because we post these on YouTube. So peace unto you all, to the YouTube folk out there. Make sure you post y'all's birthday is in the chat. Isabella is the palm tree emoji. So Isabella is 04/27/06. We are very grateful for all of your presence, folks at YouTube, beings in the spirit realms, because we are preparing to go live in the mystery school, a big live at 7 o'clock. There's a lot of beings that surround me. My children in the spirit realms, they are around. It's a lot going on. So just know that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Note that, integrate that. There is nothing for you to do. You're here. You're here. Everything is perfect. Perfect. We have to get over the idea that perfection is not so. For we ask ourselves, when we bring forth dialogue to Source, Creator, Allah, whatever you call this creator being, we ask ourselves, in our own perceptions, what is the creator to us? And most of the time, people say, well, it's perfection, it's love, it's knowingness, it's not needing, it's forgiveness, it's all of these things. But note that perfection is what God is. For there is nothing other than that which is perfect when you deal with the beyond. See, what we anchor as it pertains to today's theme, the secrets of evolution, and it also is going to correlate perfectly with the mystery school. The mystery school today at 7, make sure you click the link in the bio, you join. The mystery school today at 7 would dive deep into this topic, but my soul couldn't allow me to not go live in the public platforms to have y'all miss out on anything. So I'm still gonna, do this live and, post it on YouTube. And I was like, okay, well, Source, there's certain things that the public allows us to speak on without being restricted, and some things that we are allowed to speak on. So guide me in that. And then I have some wonderful uploads or downloads or whatever you want to call that dialogue with the beyond. And what always was coming through with our dialogue is, you must ask yourself, are you yourself making a difference? Even the smallest difference. Are you yourself making a difference? See, let's get esoteric for a second. When you step into the realms of spirit and you look at this earth, what you would see is 2 giant orbs above the planet. These orbs are energetic orbs. They're fueled by emotion. They're fueled by ego. They're fueled by light. They're fueled by everything that could possibly make a human a human. There's 2 orbs. See, when you had the world wars and atomic bombs were dropped on the planet, this dark orb was very, very large above the planet, because there was a lot of death riddled throughout people's thoughts. People were forcefully going into wars. People were just unsettled with the current state of the climate and the earth, and that fuels this dark orb. This fuels ego, pains, illusions. And then when you do the studies on that particular time period, you will find out that a lot of extraterrestrial beings were presenting themselves around that time. And it was because when this orb gets to a particular point, and this goes for every single planet, beings that study deeply galactic history, they know this to be true. The Anunnaki, some say, went through it. And the word Anunnaki, it translates in our perceptions to a group of beings that may be different in some way, shape, or form. See, Anunnaki is the equivalent to what human is here. See, as a human, there's many different types of humans. You have Asians, you have blacks, you have Indians, you have Native Americans. It's the same thing. Anunnaki isn't what they are. That's just, if you was to go to a different planet, you wouldn't say, I'm so-and-so from Kansas. You would say, I am a human from Earth. What is your degree in? What did you study? My degree is source. Source is my resource. So I've been doing this since I was 7 years old. And I've been teaching for over 9 years. I would hold gatherings in my home. And this is how every master is. If you study Buddha, Yeshua, Krishna, everybody, it starts within. So you don't need to go to a institution to get a master degree. See, a master's degree simply is the master's degree. The education system as of right now, when you study this is not even getting esoteric. This is something that Rockefeller created. Go back into 1920s to 1940s. Rockefeller literally said he doesn't want a nation of thinkers. I'm paraphrasing ever so slightly. He needs a nation of workers. This is actual documented fact. So I'm not even getting esoteric right now. Even you saying, oh, what is your degree in? That form of thought is a Rockefeller thought. See, for you to say, this truth that I'm seeing right now, because it doesn't have Rockefeller's degree, oh, it has to be a fallacy. That is brainwashing at its finest. Brainwashing at its finest. See, your archetype, because everybody has room to evolve. So when I'm saying you, don't think I'm pointing a finger at you directly, because there's an archetype of people that operate and think the way you think. You're just a person that bucked up and said it. So I'll use you as an example. See, y'alls are the type of people that killed Jesus. Y'all's the type of people that did that. Because he didn't have no education and nothing. Actually, a lot of these people were illiterate. They didn't see the value in another man's system. They seen the value in speaking different languages. Why? Because they needed to connect with as many people as possible to speak to God. So when you see the truth, and all you have to do is look at my history. Go back to our other videos, go within the comments, go within our lives, talk to the people and say, especially when I first started going live, because I've been teaching for a very long time in physicality for 9 years. And then I took it to technology by the help of somebody named Jeff Miller. You will hear me mention him because I'm forever grateful. I know how to hold that respect for people. He came to one of my gatherings. We performed some miracles together, and he was like, Nadiie, you're performing miracles. This is not something that is, you need to take this to technology. You may not be able to do the same things you're doing now, like, because you need physicality, being around people, but you need to take this out there. I didn't do it until like 3 months later. I still text Jeff to this day. Sometimes Jeff will pop up. If he pops up in today's live, I'll be like, yo, that's him. He's the one that came on because I held gatherings in my house. See, I'm serious about it. I say mi casa su casa and actually believe it. I'll give you the shirt off my back and actually do it. I'll give you my shoes because I've walked miles and miles and miles with barefoot. I live this way. Ask my friends, they say Nadiie is like that. I was a thug. I was a gangster. I was rolling around associated with the Crips. We was fighting. We was doing all of that. And it took literally, I always say my street career lasted like 3 months. It took me 3 months and I said, this ain't for me. And I changed my life around. I was around this environment, this negative environment for a very long time, but I didn't divulge in it until like 3 months. I was around it for years, and then I finally conformed because that was all that's around me. And then after those 3 months, I said it's not for me, and I just changed my life. And now everybody in the hood, they like, oh my gosh, she's literally, people, even to this day, they say, Nadiie, I remember you was beating up people for fun. How the heck did this happen? And I'm the living embodiment of change, of evolution. That's why today's theme is the secrets of evolution. Nobody is stuck. Nobody is stuck. That's it. Nobody is stuck. It's only in a generation of judgment where a Malcolm Little or a Detroit Red, pardon me. It's only in a generation of judgment where a Detroit Red cannot become a Malcolm X. I was thinking about Malcolm Little. I don't know what I was thinking about. I was thinking about TV shows and stuff. But it's only in a generation of judgment where a Detroit Red cannot become a Malcolm X. So I say to those people that look at me, or any leader that is of truth, that has the history, that actually lived this, for people to say, oh, you need a degree, you need a master's degree. I won't even fix my lips and say a white man's degree, because when you start studying deep, a lot of these white men or colonizers, stuff like that, they're getting taught this stuff from etheric beings. And those beings, last time I checked, are genderless and raceless. Okay, so they don't have no gender, they don't have no race. It's called a colonizer energy. You can go in many cultures and find colonizers. You can go in Native American histories and find colonizers. You had war chiefs that was just so, hungry for power, they wanted to colonize the area. There's a colonizer is not as race specific. So I won't say a white man's degree, but what I will say is a Rockefeller degree. He just so happens to be who he is, but that's just a fact. So when I say it humbly, that the people that just ridicule the truth and say you need a degree, they're the same people that killed Jesus or at the very least walk by him and didn't care. Because and this is not even a Christian based topic. This is just a fact. Even if the character Yeshua or Ishua or Wanikia, even if that character was a fake character, I mean it is a fake character because we know who the man is. Yeshua is actually Clark Kent, but Christianity made him Superman. That's the best way I can explain it, because that's the way he explained it to me when I went into the astral realms. He said he quite literally came as a human. He felt the same pains and fears we did. He just chose to forgive himself in the process. We have an issue with forgiving ourselves. That's our main issue. Exactly. We have an issue with forgiving it. That's the only thing that separates Yeshua, Jesus, this great being, from us. If he wanted to be so great, he would have just incarnated at will and materialized himself. No, he chose to go through the same route we did. He came through a pussy just like everybody else. He cried. He didn't know how to speak English when he was born, just like everybody else. He didn't know how to walk like everybody else. He had to be taught these things like everybody else. Why? Because he said, yo, I'm not going to give these people an excuse. There's no excuse now. Even if that character is fake, the message in the story still remains the same. There's no excuse, just forgive yourself. That's the only thing that person did differently. Buddha is the exact same way. But that work in rather than handouts, lead by example. Exactly. Even when he slipped, he forgave himself and kept moving forward. See, what makes a master is tunnel vision, but not being naive with it. Understand that fluidity is the thing. Understand that, yes, my tunnel vision initially is I'm going back home to source. But understand that source is infinite. Therefore, some things are fluid. I may say I need to make 33 steps in order to get back home to source. But source is so infinite. Source may have me, take a detour. Exactly. Buddha and Yeshua are the same energy incarnate. Exactly. Buddha consciousness, Christ consciousness, or the Christ force, they're the exact same thing. They're the exact same thing. That's why I laugh. That's why I laugh with religions, because I'm saying y'all are the exact same thing. I laugh because these people don't even do research. Krishna, all of them. Krishna, Yogananda, all of them. I laugh because during the times where great religions were written, when you do you and Bashar having a conversation would be interesting. Nah, there's no proof for Jesus. I mean, there's quite literally temples in Egypt that displays, his sleeping grounds, and there's native. I'm Native American, so let's not even go about the history. Let's ignore the big parades that Russia had, with the big paintings of Yeshua showing his true essence and all that. Let's ignore all of that, right? And I'm not even saying that to be sarcastic. I'm just saying literally, let's ignore all of that. I'm Native American, so I'll tell you what happened in our culture. See, when we study history, this is something you can talk. If you fact check me, go to historians, go to their comments, and be like, "Yo, is this true?" When you are dealing with history and you're studying people and figures, a lot of historians would tell you don't follow a single name, follow the descriptions of a person, because a lot of times in different cultures, people will be called different names. So there was a man that went into the native cultures and did, I'm Siksiko, Okisanatapia, Nuxisokoi Nisoko. I'm really that. So there was a man that came in, long wool-like hair, brown skin, not too dark, but just enough to where he could be considered kissed by the sun. See, you couldn't even be a prophet if you wasn't kissed by the sun. You had to be dark enough. You had to be kissed by the sun. That's an actual saying. There was a person that came to the native tribes, wool-like hair, kissed by the sun. They said he had a rainbow energy around him. If you know about the warriors of the rainbow prophecies, you understand that's a very big thing. See, Christ consciousness and the New Age, my family Cherokee, but we lost the history, of course, exactly. In the New Age, you know how Christ consciousness was the thing? Well, in native times, we call it the rainbow frequencies, because each rainbow represented a different tribe, a different faction, and they all came together. And after every pouring, a great pouring, when the sun rised, the rainbow came, meaning that this is the pinnacle of evolution. That's how natives seen things. So they said this man came in with this robe. They said his hands were glowing. He had wool-like hair. He was kissed by the sun, and he had the rainbow frequencies around him. And he's in the cultures, they say that this man, they called him Wanikia. He gave us what we call the vision quest. He said, in order for you to speak to, and this is something that we still do today, and it's very powerful. You can even do this right now. He said, if you want to speak to God in a very profound way, and you absolutely need a modality. Because remember, Yeshua's teachings, even if the character is fake, we just focus on the teachings. Even if they put a placeholder on the character, the teachings are still correct. So we could just remove the person and still follow the teachings if they're right. That's like a video game putting some real deep stuff in the game every now and then. Like, okay, even though I'm playing a video game, that was some deep stuff that character 2 named Joe said. We still can recognize that there's truth to teachings. We have to be objectives about these things. But he would say, remember Yeshua, he will always embody God. So he was like, you can just speak to God. Just if you speak, you're speaking to God because you're speaking as God. And that's another important step for us to integrate. You're always speaking to God because you're speaking. You can't be made in the image of something and not be it. Last time I checked, if you took a Polaroid picture of yourself, you're going to see who you are. So this person was like, all right, if you can't just accept that, then I'll give you a modality. Journey in the forest and set your sights on the highest mountaintop in your area. You travel up that mountaintop. After you took your journey, after you have your conversations and you released, then you set an intention to speak with God when you're on that mountaintop, and you rest for as long as you see serve. And in that resting period, you will have an immense vision. It has to be the highest mountaintop in your area. That's called a vision quest. Now, what we're saying is, when a person says there's no proof of Yeshua, I'm not a person to defend who this person is or not. I'm just telling you what the histories tell us. If it looked like a duck and it quacked like a duck, what is it, everybody? Everybody in the comments, let me know. If it looked like a duck and it quacked like a duck, what is it? Put it in the comments, please. May you please put it in the comments. If it looked like a duck and it quacked like a duck, somebody in the comments, please tell me what it is. Because I don't know if I'm tripping or not. If it looked like a duck and it quacked like a duck, what is it? May I see it in the comments, please? May I please see it in the comments? What is it? What is it? A duck. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. If it looked like a duck and it quacked like a duck, by golly, it's a duck. I'm going to assume it's a duck. Exactly. Exactly, God. Exactly. A chicken. It might be a chicken. It might be. It's in the bird family at the very least. Third kind. It's at very least in the bird family. So when we study history, what we understand is this person existed for sure. Because for someone to just say Yeshua didn't exist, that's just to disregard cultures that don't even know each other that came to the same conclusion. See, even science would tell us, if you come to the same conclusion multiple times, there has to be some truth to this. That's what science tells us. This is not even getting esoteric. This is not even getting esoteric. This is what science. If something is repetitive, if the same type of man, if the same type of being was in the UK because the Mary Magdalene shrines, was in Egypt because literally in their Bible they said, "Let my son come out of Egypt," and there's literally shrines where he used to sleep that people talk about and show, and they take tourists and all of that over there. He went to the native cultures because of Wanikia. He went to Tibet and the Eastern religions. The Dalai Lama, thank you, voice. The Dalai Lama actually confirmed that in a video. You can just look up, just literally type in Dalai Lama Jesus, and you will find a speech of the Dalai Lama confirming, yes, he came over here. You know, there's countless other. So, and last time I checked, the natives didn't care about the UK because like they didn't care. They didn't even know each other. Last time I checked, the UK ain't care about Egypt. It's not that they don't really care. It's like they don't even know of each other. So how are they all coming to the same conclusion? So what we're saying is the person Yeshua existed, but the character of Yeshua did not exist. So you're almost right, whoever you were that said there is no proof of Yeshua. What is this person's name? Elijah. You're almost right. You're almost. The character Yeshua doesn't exist, but the person did. And when we say that Yeshua told us that he's Clark Kent and not Superman, because the Christian religion paints him as Superman, what we're saying, because when people hear that, they will be like, oh, Superman, superpowers, then that means he didn't do miracles. No, miracles are normal. It's only abnormal for a world to not have that which is miraculous. And that's the duping that everybody has been gone through. That's the joke. That's how we've been manipulated to believe that a normal world is a world where you aren't instantly materializing things, is a world where you aren't always healed. Like that's a normal world where miracles are happening. It's an abnormal world. It's just a flat out illusion for a world to not bring forth miracles or just anything supernatural in an apparent sense. If we all write a book about our own story, I bet there will be similarities. Exactly. So what we're speaking of in its entirety is today's theme, the secrets of evolution. And remember, how we bring forth information is directly from source. Source is my source, and source is my resource. That's what you must understand. Transmute the word source into God if you can't handle that word. But also understand you're not as spiritual as you say you are if words are triggering for you. If fake illusionary words in an illusionary realm is triggering, if that is the case, then you aren't as spiritual as you say you are. I don't care who you are. Don't claim to be, oh, I'm such a mystic. If any word disturbs you, because what they teach in mysticism or however you want to pronounce what they teach is losing descriptions of this world and remembering where you come from. And where you come from, you need not words. When you speak to these ascended masters, a lot of the moments y'all encounter each other, they don't even move their mouth. You literally step into their presence and you download a conversation. That's like everything that you've heard thus far. That's like the moment you joined the live, you heard everything that you just heard without me opening my mouth. That's how an encounter is with an ascended master. So people that preach this, I'm so spiritual, We lost you. Can you repeat that? You're not as spiritual as you say you are if words bother you. You're not as spiritual as you say you are if words bother you. People that claim to be mystics, people that follow and devote themselves to the spiritual way, we know they're true if they practice losing descriptions of the world and remembering where they come from, God or source. We know a person is just playing both sides or just not even playing any particular field, a form of integration at all, if they're bothered by any form of words. See, if I say the word God and it bothers you, you're not as spiritual as you say you are. If I use any word and it bothers you, see, triggering, especially as it pertains to words, if you claim to be spiritual and you really are on this path, and I'm sorry to break it to you, you're not. But what we also must understand is there is no such thing as the spiritual path. See, everybody has a spirit and we're all walking on a path. Therefore, we are all on the spiritual path. So this is another thing that we must anchor. We have to not put ourselves in the same positions of the people that we chose to not integrate with, like the ones of religions that like to convert. See, a lot of spiritual people unintentionally, subconsciously are still programmed by religion. So when they feel like they freed themselves from religion, they still are practicing the religious philosophy of converting people. Oh, I don't care if if you have a spirit and you're on a path, and that means you're on a spiritual path. No, you're not on my path. Most spiritual people in this culture, in this new age, as they say, want everybody to be on their path. I want you to talk about numerology, Nadiie. I want you to talk about crystals, Nadiie. I don't want you to talk about evolving and going back home to God. It makes sense even if you see the videos that I do. A lot of the videos that blow up are the ones where I'm talking new age. It's just mouth currency, because love is a currency. And everything in us speak is love. So it's still transactional, but it's like there are far more important things than just speaking about crystals. Yes, I know how to utilize crystals, but no, I'm not utilizing them for me. I'm utilizing them for you. They choose religions like they choose football teams or political parties. It doesn't matter the term, but the intent behind the term. Exactly. JC Wolf, that is perfect. That is perfect. What you said is perfect. But yeah, it's like it's so interesting to me that videos will blow up when I speak about sage and all of these things, but I'm like, but when do you want to go back home? No, I just want to talk about crystals and and smoke my weed and be happy. Smoke weed every day. You know the memes, be happy within it. I mean, Yeshua supposedly drunk wine, so what that means is in a global sense is it's okay to partake in social activities if that is within the social norms of your immediate reality, because even Yeshua drank wine, and last time I checked, wine got you drunk. So drinking and smoking ain't bad. It's about what you do during it, before it, and after it, because I can guarantee you that when Yeshua was drunk, he still talked about God. So what I'm saying is, be high, but involve God in your highness. Be drunk, but involve God in your drunkenness. Because you can't say God is infinite and then say, oh no, but the moment I take this substance, oh yep, it sucks for God. No. You can't say God is infinite and then instantly limit it. No, and this is another barrier that Yeshua broke, and this is not a Yeshua campaign. Everybody believe in Yeshua. This is remember what I said. Just remove Yeshua and just look at the teachings, because Buddha did the exact same thing. He left his kingdom and was like, I'm gonna go this route. And when he tried to go back in his kingdom, remember bring God to where you're at. Bring God into sex. Bring God into everything. I'm talking bring God into masturbation. Bring God into brushing your teeth. Literally everything. And you would be surprised at how much changes in your life. I promise you. How do I bring it? Just call it in. Just call it in. Say, Source, guide me to seeing this as you would have me see it. And keep pushing. You see how powerful that statement is. Source, A.K.A. God, guide me to seeing this scenario, insert scenario, as you would have me see it. That shifts everything. You're not asking God for help. You're not playing the victim card. You're not, oh, woe is me. You know, you're saying, yeah, guide me to being who this is, the truth. And this reality, and this dimension reality is based upon perception. So when you ask Source, A.K.A. God, guide me to seeing as you see, what you're literally saying is, I'm ready. I'm ready. So it's important for all of you to recognize the secrets of evolution is being ready. You know what's interesting? Look, I told y'all that there's certain things I can't speak on online. Look, the live just got restricted, and what did we say that was crazy? I said, in the public platform, the live just got restricted, and what did I say that was crazy? I just said the truth. Type in the chat if what you heard was the truth. Type in the chat. Type 33s. Type 33s in the chat right now if what you heard served you in some way, shape, or form. Type 33s in the chat if what you heard some way, shape, or form served for you. Then why did the live get restricted? We are living in a world. We are living in a world where the truth gets blocked out. The truth gets stepped on. The truth gets ignored. We're living in that world. But y'all know the joke. Who are you to complain they killed Jesus? Now the live is restricted. Who cares? I'm going all out. Remember that joke and hold it to your heart. Who are you? They ridiculed Buddha. Who are you? They put Gandhi in jail. Who are you? They killed Malcolm X. Who are you? They killed Martin Luther. Who are you? They called Dick Gregory crazy. So when you're getting bashed, or you feel like you're silenced, or your partner is not listening to you, or your family is not listening to you, or you just feel like the only person that loves and cares for you is your dog or your cat, remember that the best of the best experienced it too. And the only thing that separates them from you is they forgave themselves first, then they forgave everybody else, and then they kept moving. So this is another secret of evolution. After you say, Source, guide me to seeing as you see, I'm ready. That's what that means. When you ask God, guide me to seeing as you see, that means I'm ready. After you do that, the second is keep moving. But you keep moving through forgiveness. But unlike, peace unto you, Ray, unlike religion's version of forgiveness, they say forgive everybody else first. See, religion has this interesting concept of never give yourself power. Always put it in something else. What forgiveness really is I forgive myself for creating this. Because on some level, yes, there are certain examples and scenarios in life that you felt like you didn't have any control over. Even though in truth you had control over everything because you designed this incarnation from, the crossing the T's to dotting the I's. Every single point of this life you designed. But there are some things that we felt like, well, dang, even if I did design it, why did I do it? At some point, we have to forgive ourselves. Because even on some level, we can admit that we created some things. We chose to say yes to this friend. We chose to say yes to this job. We chose to say yes to this neighborhood. We could have easily moved. But my family, but this. No, that also is a choice. Because there's countless people that leave their cities to go find a better life, and they'll visit their family when they visit their family. See, on some level, we can point the finger back at us of, this is the life I created. And if I don't like the way it's going, then let me forgive myself for creating it and try again. Because the moment you forgive yourself, a miracle happens. And what does a miracle undo? If you followed our teachings, you would know a miracle undoes. It doesn't give you anything. The miracle puts you back to what? 0. And it says choose again. The miracle brings you back to 0 and says what? Choose again. The miracle brings you back to 0 and says what? Choose again. What does the miracle bring you back to? And everybody in the comments, let me see if you've been listening. What does the miracle bring you back to? May you type it in the comments. What does the miracle bring you back to? What number does the miracle bring you back to? Ray got it. Brian got it. God got it. The miracle bring you back to 0. The miracle brings you back to 0 and says choose again. Why doesn't it bring you back to 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Because it's saying at some point, like the only reason why we forgive ourselves is because we didn't like something that transpired. You wouldn't forgive anything if you liked it. You don't eat cake and honestly say, oh, I forgive myself for eating this cake. If you actually enjoyed it. If you actually felt like it provided you substance. And let's move to fruit, because people will say, well, sometimes people will be like, you're not supposed to be eating cake. It's nasty. It's not healthy. All right, cool. You're not going to sit here and eat a strawberry and say, I'm so sorry for eating the strawberry. I'm so sorry. No. We only forgive ourselves when we don't like something. I disagree because some choices you can't zero out. No. Actually, you are right, JC World. I disagree because some choices you can't zero out. Last time I checked, I didn't say you are doing anything. I said the miracle is doing it. No. The miracle steps in and does what is miraculous. That's the point of a miracle. See, what a miracle is, this is what a miracle is. When Dick Gregory was walking with his son side by side with a crowd of black people behind him, and police officers and white people was aiming guns at him, ready to shoot him if they proceeded further past his line that they said, and they walked past that line and they didn't get shot. That's a miracle. A miracle looks at, on paper, LeBron is not supposed to come back from this 3-game deficit. That's what a miracle does. LeBron James isn't the one that came back from the 3 deficit with the Warriors. Because had that been the case, if it was all LeBron James, he wouldn't have put himself in that position to begin with. The miracle steps in when LeBron James says, all right, I need to win this. How am I going to win this? It's obvious I can't win it by myself. I can guarantee you that LeBron James said, yo, God, if you're real, please help me. I'm trying to get this trophy. I'm trying to be the GOAT. I can guarantee you that LeBron James said a prayer to God. And because it was so humble, because he was in a desperate situation, that's the best time for a miracle. The miracle said, all right, you said your fatigue level is at 100. I'm going to put you right back at 0. Come on, play game. That's what a miracle is designed to do. But you have some people that want to abuse the miracle. And the people that want to abuse the miracle, they turn that into magic. We are at our best when our backs are against the wall. Almost. You're almost there, God. We are. That's when you find the full version of a human. But it's not just when the back is against the wall. Yes, you have to get to that point. You have to get to what they call rock bottom. But it's also being humble enough to say, yo, I'm the one that put myself here. Or I found myself in situations where I myself couldn't get out from and of. May there be something beyond me that can assist me with this. See, it's that coupling. It's the coupling of my back is against the wall. Something beyond me, please help me. And when you have that combination, and then some people may say, oh, we got to be careful with that because, the devil, the devil, temptation, stuff like that. When you are exuding a frequency of love, of peace, of prosperity, you ain't got to worry about what they call the devil or what we call the ego. the ego will gladly move out the way. Because right now, you have the power, and always, you have the power. So, what serves for all of us to understand about the secrets of evolution, accountability and letting go, that's a fact, exactly. What we all must understand is you have to be ready. So ask God to guide me to seeing as you see. You have to be ready. You have to be ready to go. That means forgive yourself. This is how you evolve. I'm giving y'all the sauce to evolve. Y'all can go to the most world-renowned channeler. She'll charge you, or he'll charge you $400 upwards dollars to give you the same information. This is one of the main reasons why people didn't like Yeshua in his time. Because he would tell y'all the most profound truth to where y'all don't need nobody. See, the goal is for y'all all to be like, perfect, I don't need to go to Nadiie school anymore. Yes, come to the school. Yes, get all the information. But after you're there for a few months, for a few years, if y'all get it, then a few days. Stay if you want to, or leave after you got the information. But the point is for you to go out and share it. See, I don't just want people in the mystery school because they just want a community. Yes, that's cute. Yes, it's cute to want to be a part of a community. But at some point, we have to try to make a change. And you don't just make a change by gatekeeping. You got to go out and share. You got to do what Nadiie did and teach in physicality. You don't got to do it for 9 years. See, this is what makes a master. I said I was teaching in physicality for 9 years. Cut that in half. So we got 3, we got 6, we got 9. What's half of 9? Maybe like 4 or 5 roundabout years. 4.5 years around there. It should take you about 4 years to integrate all of, because how master works, you should cut any master you learn from, however long they said they've been doing it. Because remember, the stuff that I'm teaching right now, this is stuff that I've been teaching. I'm just taking it to technology. It took me 9 years to figure this all out. So it should take you 4 years. And then the person you teach, it should take them 2 years. And the person they teach, it should take them barely 1 year. And then as the teachings go on, it just happens instant. That's how you change. That's how you change. So in order for you to evolve, you be ready. You get ready to go. And you share. This is how you evolve. God, guide me to singing as you see. Forgive myself, forgive all others, and share your information in the process, regardless of what somebody says is right or wrong. Because they said Buddha was wrong and stupid. They said Dr. Sebi was wrong and stupid. They said Martin Luther was wrong and stupid. They said Malcolm X was wrong and stupid. They said Gandhi was wrong and stupid. They said Jesus, A.K.A. Yeshua, was wrong and stupid. They said Krishna was wrong and stupid. They said Shiva was wrong and stupid. They said everybody is wrong and stupid. So your obstacle cannot be is because they ridicule me. That cannot be your obstacle anymore. That is not an excuse. I'm sorry to say it. That is not an excuse. Because you're going to get called wrong and stupid. Even if you're right. So you have to have a level of thick skin if you feel like you really want to go back home to God. If you want to go back home, if you really want to go back home, listen to what I said. Apply it. Don't just disregard it. No, before you start trying to disregard stuff, remember in our last live, we posted it. Remember, click the link in our bio on our TikTok page. It will pull up a link tree. You'll see Nadiie Blessed Guidance. You'll click that. That takes you to our YouTube page where all of these lives are posted. Our last one that we posted, we told people, anytime you have an instant denial system within your essence, you are being manipulated and brainwashed somewhere. Fix it. Figure it out and fix it. Because it's not in human nature to instantly deny. Look at a child. A child doesn't instantly deny anything. So it's not in our natural essence, because last time I checked, children came first before an adult. It's not in our natural essence to just deny, deny, deny. So if there's an instant denial system within you or another person, somebody's being brainwashed. Somebody's being manipulated. So go within and say, all right, let's see why I'm so flustered about whatever energy is presenting themselves for me to just say no, 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 no. So try it out. Try it out for at least 3 days. All you need is 3 days. For 3 days, if you wake up and before you leave your bed, you say, God, guide me to seeing this day, my whole entire day as you would have me see it. In the middle of your day and at the end of your day, if you say that prayer, A.K.A. divine statement, coupled with, I'm going to forgive myself and all others, but you're not just going to say that like New Age people. Ironically, I didn't click with church as a child. Looking back now on it, I understand why. Exactly. But coupled with the divine statement, you don't just say, I forgive, because you have a lot of church folk that just forgive and then go back and yell at the same person they supposedly forgave yesterday. No, you sit down in a meditative state. A meditative state just means breathe. And be aware of your breathing. And make sure your breathing is full. Inhales, stomach protruding. Exhales, stomach sinking in. And you're aware of this mechanism moving. Because most people aren't aware of their breathing. You would be surprised. People will be like, no, people know they're breathing. No, they don't. Because it's automatic. There's a specific system. But it even has part of the word automatic in the system within, the science terms. There's automatic systems within our body that we just do that we don't care about, like our heartbeat, for example. You don't think about your heartbeat because it's beating. When's the last time you naturally really did some Socrates level thought about your heartbeat? Let's be honest now. We don't do that for real. My heartbeat is beating at this rate. Do. That must mean this. Nobody does that. It's the same thing with the breath because we just breathe. The only time people care about the breath is when they feel like they can't breathe. So put yourself in a meditative state, which just means breathe, and go within your mind's eye and say, yo, what have I done in my life? Just start off with this week. This is how you become a master. I'm giving y'all the sauce right now. Y'all finna make the best spaghetti or SpaghettiOs, if the kids are around, you have ever tasted in your entire life. Just start off with the week. What did I do within these 7 days? You don't gotta say Monday, the week. No, just within 7 days. For the past 7 days, what have I done that I did not like? Or what have I seen that somebody else done that I did not like? You go down the list and you forgive yourself for creating it and or participating in it. And then you forgive all others for subscribing to the role that you've put out for them to get hired in by. You go through that, and then after that, you share the state. Sharing doesn't just mean teaching like a teacher like Nadiie. Sharing the state. Have y'all ever walked in a building and there's somebody that's just so joyful? Like somebody black auntie is just so happy. Look like she can make the best mashed potatoes and macaroni and cheese at Thanksgiving. She's just big cheeks, happy. You got Betty Boo over here. She a cashier at Speedway. She is the most happiest person. Why are you this happy at Speedway? You're making me happy. It's a state that people can give off. There's stories about Yeshua walking into a room and demons would just leave people's bodies. Now, I'm not saying I believe in the term demons. I just use that word for human transcription because some people know what that means. If I say etheric beings, people don't know what that is. But there's a state that you can bring to an environment where you don't need to even speak. Why do you think Yeshua and Buddha and Krishna and all these people would say, may my presence be enough? Because sometimes I just need to shut up and show you. What Kendrick Lamar say? Sometimes you just gotta pop out and show what? Show who? Sometimes you gotta pop out and show who? Listen, it's a state that you bring. regardless of what comes out your mouth. If y'all do this for 3 days, your life changes. But it's not like no fake. I'm talking about the whole 24 hours. I'm not saying do it for 2 hours and then revert back to. I'm talking about be this, be monk-like, be spiritual for the full 24 hours. Then the next 24 hours, 48. Then the next 24 hours, 72 hours. If you do this for the full 72 hours, you jumpstart your life. And that's how we're going to conclude today's live. Giving you this, understanding that the moment you try this, it will work. What are your thoughts on people using magic to manipulate? What magic is simply manipulated miracles. See, miracles just exist. They undo. They just spontaneously happen. When you have some powerful enough people able to capture the essence of a miracle. See, you can't capture a miracle, it's impossible, but you can capture what a miracle leads off. And when you capture that enough, then you have magic. For people because magic in itself is just energy manipulation. So to do magic is to manipulate. So I have no problem with people manipulating energy because that's what magic is. I have no problem at all. But as it pertains to harm, I mean, that's just across the board. Harming people ain't right, and it ain't wrong. It ain't right, and it ain't wrong. Remember, there's no such thing as right or wrong. There's only what we accept and what we choose to not accept. I don't accept harming because it just doesn't serve for me. But if I was in the battle with like the 300 Spartans, somebody's going to die today. You feel me? So we got to be real. This is what makes a master. It's saying, yo, I'm going to look at everything from the most broad perspective because there are many different people and many different cultures in many different parts of the world with many different experiences. It returns negative energy to the person that does it. Not even necessarily. That only happens if the person actually believes what they're doing is negative. See, you'd be surprised at how many serial killers make it to heaven. You would be surprised at how many serial killers make it to heaven. Because listen, all heaven cares about is was you who you say you were. Did you fake the funk at all? See, when you make it to what they call the heaven gates, first God is going to be like, how are you? I'm good. Okay. Did you forgive? Yes, I forgave. Okay, cool. You forgive yourself, right? Yes, I forgave myself. All right. And then the big question. Are you who you say you are? When that question gets asked, and of course, this is not how it is completely. I'm just using an example. Like how Jesus said heaven is like a kingdom. Because some things can't be explained. Like you literally can't explain how a dialogue is with God in human tongue. So all we can do is give you an example and a concept. So don't take things too literally. That's why people who take the Bible too literally or any religion too literally, I look at them and I laugh because you literally can't bring those type of concepts here. It doesn't exist here. It's not that you're stupid and you can't do it. No, it's just it doesn't exist here. So that's why you can't. But certain concepts. So when God would ask in this concept, are you who you are? Who you say you are? Most people then say, no, because I wish I would have done this, or I wish I would have done this, or I regret this, I regret this. If you go up to heaven, macho man, I don't regret a single thing. Everything that I did, I felt I needed to do it, I accept it. God gonna be like, well, come right on to heaven. You'll be surprised at how many serial killers make it to heaven. The only ones that don't make it are the ones that know what they're doing is not right. Or what they feel like they don't accept. Remember, there's no right or wrong. We're only utilizing these terms for human transcription. If you don't accept something and you still do it, that's an issue. Because why are you doing it? You feel me? So that's how I would feel about that in regards to magic. So, heed this call, everybody. Please heed this call. Your life will change. It's simple. I mean, there's no other way I can say it besides your life will change. Because my life changed. If I was to go back to the hood and do a little conversation with everybody, they'll be like, yo, Nadiie was out here wilding. And somehow, some way, he turned Jesus on everybody. And we don't know how he did it. I'm telling y'all how I did it. And I'm telling y'all it worked. I'm the living embodiment of it. It worked. So make sure you click the link in our bio. You click Nadiie Black's guidance. That takes you to the YouTube page. This will also be posted there. When you click the link in the bio, if anything that we have ever provided for you serves, please donate. Donations go a long way. We ain't gonna work these, human jobs all the time. Donations go a long way. All donations are dumped into this lifestyle, so we can just focus on this. So we're very grateful that if you find anything that we provide as serving, click the link in our bio on our page. It will pull up the link tree. You'll see donate clear as day. If you want to listen to some very beautiful music, understand that when you click the link in our bio, the last 3 links, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, will pop up. We are an amazing artist. One of the best you will ever listen to. I'm not tooting my own horn. This is stuff that everybody else has said. I perform in many different cities. They say, yo, I almost live a double life. I'm not gonna lie to you. I almost live like a double life. Because the version of Nadiie that y'all see is the spiritual leader. But the version of Nadiie that the cities see, before every performance, I start off with a nice deep speech about the light and stuff, and I end on a nice deep speech about the light and stuff. But in the middle is this wonderful music. And I'm a hip hop artist and an R&B artist. And they people literally say, why aren't you famous? And in my head, I know why, because I didn't sign those contracts. But God would chirp in my ear and say, listen, even Bob Marley didn't need to sign any contracts to get as big as he is. Just keep moving by God, Nadiie. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. Because me and God had a conversation. I said, God, if I can't teach and do music, I'm done. I literally stopped doing music for a long time. The homies were like, yo, I listen to you more than I listen to Kendrick Lamar. I listen to you more than I listen to the legends, the OGs bumping my music. They like, yo, you are really good. Like, I literally can see you. Why did you stop? And I literally was like, if I can't teach about God and do this, I'm not doing it. That's how good I am. And then I had a conversation with God, and God said, listen, if I'm multifaceted and I'm infinite, why limit yourself? You can be a teacher. You can be a content creator. You can be a musician. You can be a cook. You can be a great husband. You can do all of that because I'm infinite. So this message also reflects back to you. Don't put yourself in a box because God ain't in no box. And when you go, all you gotta do is type in my name, Nadie Black. Nadiie Black. Y'all know how to spell black. Go on your Apple Music, your Spotify, every streaming service. My first album, when you hear that album, you be like, Nadiie was using profanity. Nadiie was wild, and I can tell Nadiie was in the hood with it. And then as you listen on to the albums, you'll be like, Nadiie, he stopped cussing, but the music is still good. He's talking more spiritual, but he found a way to hide the medicine in the candy. This is actually good music. Actually, next month, the first week of July, I'm dropping my next album. It's called The Last Resort. And I have this song, it's called Respect My Player. And I love the song. It's a very, very beautiful song. But I'll give y'all the verse, right? When you hear just the verse, you'll be like, wow, it's a nice song. But what I figured out is when you ride a specific type of beat a particular way, and you have a good hook, it doesn't matter what the verse is saying. It doesn't matter what the verse is saying. People will like the beat and like the hook, and that's enough. And when I really figured that out, that's what got me back into music. I was like, oh, I can talk about the light still God and still be in the same conversations as a Tupac, as a Bob Marley, and a Michael Jackson. And God was like, yes. Figure out how these people consume music and then go. So like, in this one song, Respect My Player, I say, it's in the new album that's coming out next month, first week of July. The hook is like, respect my player, respect my hustler, respect my player, Respect my hustler, I bathe in G. They looking at me, they wanna see, so they coming for me. And then the verse is, the first verse at least. Peep the essence of the all, breathe freely. Handing out food for thought, they say I'm feeding the needy. Kids looking up to me, they saying they want to be me, to leave the hood, cause they spinning blocks like they a CD. I'm God's will in the flesh, distant from the elitists. Why you think that God's gifts stopped at Jesus? I'm pondering the next plan, implementing like geniuses. I don't care how they talk, walk the walk and be it. No one will suffer in my eyes, I simply won't see it. I see all through eyes of love, don't mistreat it. People's egos pointing out, oh, I see them peeking, but too much light will blind their eyes, their curiosity leaving. I'm a triple OG, it means original God. Triple is for 33s, no, I will never die. I mastered the resurrection, see the look in my eye, and the story you will see is I ain't bound to a lie. And part of my voice. But, yeah, I was on your live when you performed that joint. Yeah, it was, you feel me? So it's not like I'm when I tell you, like, I remember, if y'all go back to my first album, right? So if y'all go your, right now I'm kicking it with y'all because the class is done. But, you know, I love y'all, so I'm just kicking it. I remember my very first album. I was still wilding in the hood. I'm still chilling with the homies and stuff like that, but I'm still trying to find a better way. You feel me? So you see a lot of songs about love and stuff like that. In the first album is called BSV1. So if you type in Nadiie Black, Nadie Black, on whatever streaming service it's literally out everywhere. You go to the first album, listen to the very first song. People love that. Even today, when I had a performance maybe like 2 weeks ago. It never fails. The crowd sings the song. They don't even know, like, people don't even know me. They sing the song. It's like this one song called Needing My Dollars. Literally the very first song on the album, BSV1. And that was the album that put me out there. That very first album, BSV1. It's that album put me out there. And people was looking at me, contracts was coming my way. I said, yo, I am a kid. I am a kid and I have discernment. No. I don't want to be famous young. Let me figure this out first. Let me figure my life out. I had the wherewithal to make that conscious decision. Let me figure my life out first. Because had I would have signed then, I would have had 33 tattoos on my hand, and I would have been wilding in the streets. I said, let me figure out my life. But this song called Needing My Dollar, the hook, like the beat go hard. The beat is like, it's like a jingle, like almost like elevator music into the bass drop. It's like da na 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 da na 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 and this is how the hook goes. It's like, don't need no chains, respect. No broads, respect. Now just imagine the crowd saying respect when I start the song, you know, in the beginning, I always say, when I say don't need no chains, I'm gonna need y'all to say respect. You hear me? I would say that, and everybody's like, yeah, because I would be like, when I say I don't need no chains, I'm gonna need y'all to say respect. You hear me? Everybody be like, yeah. So we vibing. So I say don't need no chains, respect. No broads, respect. No frauds, respect. No frauds, respect. No chains, respect. No broads, respect. No frauds, respect. Hey, no frauds, respect. I need my dollar. I just be needing my dollar. I do not need no chains. I just be needing my chain. And it literally, every time I perform that song, it reminds me of, this is what they tried to sign me on. Like, I almost was famous. I almost ruined my life on accident. I literally almost ruined my life. And then how the first, because, you know, I always gotta do the first verse. The first verse, it was like, I cussed, but I don't cuss. So I had to, like, because I don't cuss no more, I had to, like, replace the cuss words with, like, less vulgar words. Because I was like, I can't say the B word, so I'm gonna say trick. You feel me? And that's how because I was like, okay, I still gotta perform the song. So I was practicing, rehearsing. So I was like, trick, let me break it down. Break it down like my weed. Touch my pockets, you'll feel fire. Not from my lighter, but the heat. Homie, I know I'm a beast. Mine is focused on my bag. People get a little money. Think they got enough to brag. Spending money, yo, and the trick that's an X in 2 weeks now, she in the past. when things hit the fan. You gon' need more demand. You gon' need more plans. Bro, people never understand. Now you trying to ask me for my last dollar trick, please. So every time I perform that song, every club, every outside venue, inside, they go nuts. And then I always end it. How I start all my performances off is like, before we begin, it serves to say, see us not as entertainers, for we are God's will embodied, as are you, for we are one. I'll say that, then I will end it on like a prayer, and then I'm out. And then every time, because that's why I say I almost live like a double life. Because the you that y'all see, because I'm you, so the you that y'all see, that's not the me that they see. Unless they talk with me after the show, then they be like, yo, he's deep. But they just be like, yo, he know how to perform. And by the grace of God, I figured out a way with that remembrance. Oh, I can do both. So all of that, I only did the music part to prove to y'all that I'm good. But the point was, don't box yourself into anything. Because just because I'm a good teacher, that also means I'm a good this, good this, good this, good this. And that's the same thing for you. If you're good at one thing, you are good at 10 other things. You can't just be good at one thing and that's it in life. That is not how life works. If you find yourself being good at one thing, I can assure you, I can put my life on it, you will find at least 10 other things you're good at. Even if it's tying your shoes. See, what a master understands is accept what you are good and own what you are good at. Accept and own what you are good at. Because if you aren't going to own what you're good at, then how do you expect to evolve? Own it. Own you're great. Own you're perfect. You can be good at multiple things. I love you all. This will be posted on our YouTube page. Click the link in our bio, Nadiie Black's Guidance. Understand that for all those that are joining the mystery school, we're going live at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We got a very special live for you all. I love you all. Listen to the music. Y'all know I'm good. Share the live. Share the music. Share me last. Share the information first. Then share me if you so choose. I would prefer you don't share me at all. Share what I bring, because that's what matters most. Not what the vessel is. But if you do have the kindness in your heart to also share the vessel, do that too. Thank you. We love you. Peace.